The easiest way to comply with the requirements is to have the security deposit information in the lease. Two types of deposits. There are a few types of deposits here. Here are a few in common: pet deposits, last month's rent, and extra deposit. These are the typical deposits that you'll see. A lot of people will have what is the non-refundable pet deposit? That's an oxymoron. Non-refundable. The word refundable implies that you're going to give it back, or the word deposit implies that you're going to give it back. So there's no such thing as a non-refundable deposit of any sort. If it's a deposit, or if you're going to charge them a fee, say fee, pet fee, pet, or whatever fee, cleaning fee, termination fee, you need to go ahead and call it a fee. Okay? Any questions? Illegal occupant. What notice would you guys use for an illegal occupant? 7-day notice to cure. With the 7-day notice to cure an illegal occupant, we would also want to send an application, because sometimes the tenant that's illegal may be the one that has to pay the rent. So a 7-day notice to cure along with an application, because I don't mind. The more to pay my rent, the merrier. But that particular individual needs to be qualified. Criminal activity. If we notice some type of criminal activity, what kind of notice would you send? A 7-day notice to vacate. Good. Let's see. Let's pull another one out. Excessive damage to rental unit during the lease. What would you do?
Same as the other one. 7-day notice to vacate.
Excessive damage, 7-day notice to vacate. Very good. What if it was minimal damage? What type of notice would you use then?
It would be the 7-day notice to vacate.
7-day notice to cure, absolutely. Very good.
Excessive damage, 7-day notice to cure.
Excessive damage is 7-day notice to vacate. We want them gone. Lines for, so on and so forth, but it's all commingled together. And that's absolutely the wrong way to do things. Me, myself, as the broker, I put myself at risk the most by running the business this way, by having property management doing their thing, have you guys doing yours. Something should happen with property management. We're all at risk. Little do we know, even you all, because if I get sued in property management, I could shut the doors down to the sales brokers, from which all of us now would have to go find a new place to hang our license. Liability-wise, as sales agents, you guys wouldn't have liability. The liability would fall on me as the broker of record. But still, if I had to shut down the office, it would affect all of our lives. So, in one way, shape, or form, it's a domino effect. So we're going to talk about the proper way to create corporate entities. We're going to really cover and hit hard corporate entities in general. So we're not going to just talk about the LLC. We're going to talk about the S Corp, the LLC, the sole proprietorships. Okay, the difference between the C Corp and S Corp. Now, does anyone here know what an S Corp or C Corp is? Do they know the difference between the two? Yeah, a lot of people, only one shaking their head yes. It's important. It's important. S Corps get taxed once. C Corps get taxed twice. So at the entity level, there's tax implications, and there's only 2 reasons why we cooperate. 3 reasons. 1 for professionalism, 2 for protection, and then 3 for tax purposes. Because it's not how much money you make; it's actually how much you end up paying in taxes. Okay, I asked all those people who were flipping properties, 10 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, tons of money, tons of money, tons of money. Now most of them owe the IRS more money than they ever made flipping all these properties because they didn't have the right corporations. They were either sole proprietors or they went online and did the little registration on Sunbiz themselves. Well, if you're doing it on Sunbiz yourself and you don't elect the proper tax election, you do a corporation, the default will be a C Corp. You don't want a C Corp because, again, you're taxed twice at the income level, once as a corporation and then the second time as the individuals of the corporation. So your yields are taxed. And we don't want that. A lot of people don't realize that. They didn't consult or they did not have a basic understanding. So today we're going to have a basic understanding. Today my job is to turn off all cell phones and pause the business that you're doing right now so we can regroup. Because most of you are running out there doing property management without really understanding what it is that we're supposed to be doing or how we're supposed to be doing it, or better, or protecting yourselves. You're just out there doing it because obviously we all have to pay the bills, and this is the opportunity that the market is showing us, okay? So, right now, I want us to kind of pause and take a look at our businesses and ourselves and make sure that we're doing things correctly. Not saying that all of us in this room are doing things incorrectly, okay? But we're going to shore it up today, and we're going to know if we are doing it correctly, if we're not doing it correctly, and if you are doing it correctly from a corporate standpoint, now at least it's an opportunity to put everything in writing. How many of us have a business plan for our property management companies? Just by a show of hand. If I asked for you to submit a business plan, if someone said here today, Brian, I would like for you to invest in my property management company here in Boca, and I said, okay, well, can I look at your business plan? How many of us actually have a business plan in writing? It's extremely important that we put our ideas down in writing. I'm doing it now. I told you we started